is not aware of. Let me define the role of Interpol so that you can understand. Interpol is an international police organization that assists law enforcement agencies within the 196 countries to look for a fugitive that runs or is hiding. And if you look at all the other fugitives that are brought to face justice in Nigeria, they have the link, those who are involved, with Interpol. So I don't know I don't want to talk about issue of Kanu, who brought him back to Nigeria. I'm not aware how he was brought back to Nigeria or how he came into Nigeria. Interpol is not aware. We stated this long time ago, and we made it categorically clear. So it's not a question. There are what we call police-to-police relationship, international police cooperation. Another police, it does not necessarily bring Interpol. If one police and another exchange a suspect is running from them, they can have an international police cooperation that out of the scope of Interpol. However, if a notice is given to an individual, like blue notices, when the inmates in Kuje prison escaped, we did a biometric capture of those suspects, and we shared it with international communities. We shared it with our law enforcement agencies. Many of them were re-apprehended because we have their biometrics. Now, in the issue of red notice, where a red notice is issued under the federal court that issued that notice of arrest, that is warrant of arrest for such international, it will go to the Interpol, we'll process it, we'll look at it, we'll look at the charges, and then we'll issue a red notice. On that red notice, we bring back the culprit to face justice because all the 196 countries will be looking for that individual.
Thank you very much. We are on to our legal team, the defense team for nnamdikanu, who has been here for so long as 10 years in DSS/the Federal High Court. Okay, we shall hear from one of our special counsel, Aloy Jimako, who shall tell us what transpired today in court.
Well, I greet you all out there listening and monitoring this trial. I'm here with some of my colleagues, Nemeka, Interpol, Esquire, Mandela, Memo, Esquire. I'm also here with the president of American military veterans of Igbo descent, who came all the way from the United States to monitor this trial. I'm also here with a lot of dedicated Umu Chineke, who have always stood by us and stood by Onyendu throughout all these travails that began in June 2021 when Onyendu was unfortunately renditioned. Well, let me cut through the chase and tell you what happened today briefly. First of all, we still have a media embargo imposed by the court, but we can speak on peripheral issues. Just auxiliary issues such as is telling you what happened in court today is what we can speak on. So I speak to you from the position of someone who was in court. And we conducted cross-examination of the witness, one of the witnesses. We identified him as prosecution witness BBB. His cross-examination was very detailed, very aggressive, and very comprehensive.
Good morning. Thank you for coming on this platform, sir. It's been a while. You're welcome, and thank you. God bless you. You've been an advocate of release of nnamdikanu, and all of a sudden, we are seeing the end of nnamdikanu's trial today. Of course, before we now begin to think the direction of the new judge, James Omotosho, what he's going to do at the end of the day. What is your assessment? And you've seen the cross-examination so far. Nothing has been found on nnamdikanu. And we also saw that the Interpol had denied the knowledge of being part of whatever arrest or kidnap that took place in Kenya. Who is after nnamdikanu?
The case of Nnamdikanu has become something else that is giving a bad name to Nigeria, within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I've always said it, and I will still say it again. there is no reason for keeping Nnamdikanu in detention up to this time, no matter how. And all evidences so far gathered has proved that they don't have strong evidence against Nnamdikanu. They've gone to edit a video clip and said that during the NSAS, Nnamdikanu offered a threat, to Tinubu and some other government officials. Nnamdikanu was in detention. How could he have done that? And he has even denied it. So I think the government itself has an agenda. Their agenda is to continuously keep Nnamdikanu in detention. And I don't know why they are afraid of Nnamdikanu. I don't know what is creating fear for them in Nnamdikanu. Those that attend terrorists, those that are real terrorists, they are causing havoc in the northeast, northwest, in fact in the whole of the north. And this one that is not a terrorist, they turn him a terrorist so that they can keep him there. I think there is hatred, because in Nnamdikanu there is proof of hatred to the Igbo people, by the Nigerian sector. Yes, because this government must prove itself that no, we don't have any hatred for the Igbo people. And if they don't have any hatred for the Igbo people, then they should think of quickly releasing Nnamdikanu from detention. There is no reason keeping him there at all. Now, if the government say that they are not part of the people that kidnapped Nnamdikanu, how did Nnamdikanu come to Nigeria? We all know about it. It was a celebrated news by the account that yes, they brought him to Nigeria. So they should tell us who kidnapped him, who kidnapped him in Kenya and brought him to Nigeria. Is it not Nigerian government that did it? Why would they be denying what they did? Because they know now that they are being indicted. That is why they are denying. And there's no way they can deny. Nnamdikanu is alive today. And there must be witnesses. There were witnesses then in Kenya when this took place. And if they allow that, okay, let people come and testify how that kidnapping was done and how Nnamdikanu was brought to Nigeria, they will be exposed. They are trying to hide something so that they can have reason to keep Nnamdikanu in detention. I think the whole Igbo should come together with one voice, especially the elders and even the governors in the east. They should come together with one voice and tell the president federal government, please release our son Nnamdikanu. He is not the one causing any havoc in the nation, neither is the one causing havoc in the east. If they release him, it might cool down the tension in the east. Even now, as the trial is going on this week, the tension in the east has cooled down a little bit and even more. So they should try and release him so that the tension in the east will calm down. Let the governors, let the elders, let the traditional rulers, let all of them speak with one voice. Some people are saying that they are divided. Some people are saying that some of them doesn't want Nnamdikanu to be released, and there should be nothing like that. Come together, let them release. Let's say, federal government, please release our son to us. We'll be able to checkmate him. We will not allow any excesses by him. The first time he was released, it was not the fault of nnamdikanu to escape. They invaded his house. If they did not invade his house, he was attending court, regularly, according to the days and time given to him. And the people who took him on bail did not run away. They were all around, and they are still around up to now. So I think they should come together. The whole East should come together, and not even the whole East now alone. The whole Nigeria should reason it and see that there is no reason at all keeping this man in detention. What is the reason? Let release him, then let them begin to watch him. We have police, we have soldiers, we have SSS, we have DSS. So why is only one person that they are just looking at and say, if we release him, we will not be able to bring him to court again? The man will come to court. The man is not that kind of person that will invade the court and run from court. No. If not that they invaded his house the other time, we would have left Nigeria.
Are you surprised that nnamdikanu is facing trial now after 10 years, just wasting time in detention? And what would have been the motive behind delay for 10 years on this trial?
I'm not surprised because they've been changing from one justice to the other, It's the tactics of the government to just delay the trial, and they delayed it up to the time that they could not delay it again. So the trial now have started, and the trial is winding up already. The whole world will now see what they will have to nail nnamdikanu. And what do they want to do? Do they want to jail him or what? There is no evidence of any treasonable felony against him right now, as far as I'm concerned, except they want to go and cook up any other evidence, or they want to go write judgment against him. But anything they will do, the whole world will see, and the whole world is watching. We Nigerians, we are watching also. People from the east are watching. People from south are watching. People from southwest are watching. And those who are advocating for the release of nnamdikanu are watching. We see what the result will be. From one justice to the other, from one judge to the other, from one judge to the other. And now it's the turn of this judge. Let's see what will come out. But I am very, very sure that nnamdikanu will be released. And that is what we want the federal government to do.
The Southeast governors are always on emergency meeting over the possible release of nnamdikanu, because there's nothing that has been found so far. They are wondering, and people are asking, what should be the fate of these governors, because it looks like they are having the people have distanced themselves from them, and anything nnamdikanu says at any point, at any day, has become what the people are going to follow. Is that the fear why they conspired to make sure that nnamdikanu stay long? And we have not seen them talking, irrespective of Fulanis are killing people in the eastern part of the country.
nnamdikanu is a threat to many of them because of the large followership, and they are the cause. When they are supposed to have settled this matter in the early stage, they did not, and now they allow the followership of nnamdikanu to grow more than they themselves, who are even governors of the state. That is the fear that they have. So I don't blame them, for having such fear. But I think they should know that having such fear and keeping nnamdikanu, and they keeping quiet for the federal government to keep nnamdikanu, will not help them. It will increase the followership of nnamdikanu. One day, must come. Nnamdikanu must be released. No matter how long it takes. A day will come. Nnamdikanu will be left off the hook. So what they are afraid of will now haunt them at that time. You understand? So they should better do a rating and come together. Whether emergency meeting or any kind of meeting at all they want to hold, they should hold it and agree with themselves that let us urge the federal government and the court to release Nnamdikanu at this time, and they should be prepared to receive him when they release him, so that they too will not be at par. You know, they will not be at parallel line with him. They can work with him to bring peace, lasting peace to the southeast. That's what I see.
Finally, sir, looking at the court proceedings and Nnamdikanu going to court and all that, today is the final day. Do you think Omotosho seems to be surprised that Nnamdikanu has actually no case to answer, that the Kenyan government has denied any involvement, the Interpol has denied any involvement, and there's nothing found in Nnamdikanu. He wonders why Nnamdikanu should have stayed in detention this long, according to what we have from Omotosho. Do you think that he is sincere, or Omotosho is just planted there by the government finally, maybe to tell Nnamdikanu or to free him? Your final take on that, sir, considering the fact that today is Mazen Nnamdikanu's final appearance, and before we begin to look at the issue of release, judgment, or whatever of bail.
It's not only Justice Omotosho now. All the old justices, the past ones that handled Nnamdikanu case, they did not see anything that Nnamdikanu has done. He has been granted bail times without number, and they refuse to release him, and they keep on acting up another case, another accusation, and so on and so forth. I think the way I look at Omotosho, I'm looking at sincerity in him. I'm looking at sincerity in him, and I'm also expecting a fair judgment from him according to the evidence that is brought before him. You know, yes, he is surprised because many other justices never wanted to take up the case, but he accepted to take the case. So, and he has found out now that instead of them coming with concrete evidence to nail Nnamdikanu, they don't have anything to nail him. And so that is the big surprise for him. And I'm very sure that the case will favor Nnamdikanu. Even if the worst come, and if they say, oh, Nnamdikanu is sentenced to jail term, he has spent some of the jail term already, you know. So there will be no need to say it will remain in detention from this period of the time that they will determine the case by Omotosho. Omotosho judgment will favor Nnamdikanu. I'm very sure of that.
In one word, do you think that federal government may likely appeal his bail or release?
Because this federal government, because it's like APC government specifically, has an ace to grind with Nnamdikanu, you know, and we don't know why they are keeping it secret. Yes, you cannot vouch for this present federal government, even the past and the present federal government. You cannot vouch for them that they like truth or they like transparency. You know, they might come up with another strategy and say, no, we have another case against Nnamdikanu. They will bring up as they have been doing. But all I know is that God is more powerful than all of them. God has the final say. You know, at this very juncture that we are,